Previously, in episode 1 of The Dark Alley.
Dave, I'm telling you, the story is going to be huge. People are disappearing from the same alley and no one is talking about it.
Clara, you're chasing ghosts. I need something solid.
Give me a week. If I don't have something concrete by then, I'll drop it. Deal?
You've got 3 days, Clara. Make them count.
Detective Mark Rivera. And you are?
Clara James, journalist.
I've been looking into this for a while. There's a pattern, but I need more eyes and ears.
Deal. But I want the exclusive.
As long as you don't get in my way, we'll get along just fine.
Mark, I saw someone. They're watching us.
Get out of there, Clara. Now.
Not until I get something concrete. I'll be careful.
The Dark Alley. Episode 2. Shadows of the Past. The sounds of bustling New York streets, distant sirens, and the occasional honk set the scene. Clara's apartment.
The night stretches on. Clara and Mark sift through the endless stream of old newspaper clippings, searching for the one clue that could break the case wide open.
We've been at this all night, Clara. These articles aren't telling us anything new.
There's something we're missing, Mark. Look at this. Every disappearance happens on the same date every year.
Think it's some kind of anniversary?
Exactly. There's a pattern here. We need to find someone who remembers what happened back then.
Looks like we're going on a field trip.
With renewed purpose, they prepare to dig deeper into the past, where shadows of old secrets still linger.
Retirement home. The quiet murmur of conversation and the distant clinking of dishes. Clara and Mark are speaking with an elderly resident, Mrs. Thompson.
In the dim light of the retirement home, the past begins to resurface, as Mrs. Thompson recalls the dark days that once plagued the alley.
I remember those days. The alley was always dark, but that year, it was different. People were scared.
What do you mean, different?
There was a man, always lurking, always watching. We called him the Shadow. And then, people started disappearing.
Did anyone ever catch him?
No. But there was one man who tried, a young detective. He kept a journal, you know. He wrote everything down.
Do you know where we can find it?
The old precinct. They kept everything.
The pieces of the puzzle are coming together, but the picture they form is more terrifying than they could have imagined.
Clara and Mark exchanging determined looks. Old precinct. Clara and Mark sift through old files in a dusty, abandoned office.
The old precinct is a graveyard of cold cases, its walls steeped in the secrets of the past. But within these walls lies the key to unraveling the mystery.
Got it?
This is it. The detective's journal. Look at these notes. He was onto something big.
He mentions a series of symbols and a name. William Hawthorne. That's our next lead.
Looks like we're not done yet. Let's pay Mr. Hawthorne a visit.
With the journal in hand, they head out, ready to confront the man who might hold the final piece of the puzzle.
William Hawthorne's house. The sound of knocking on a door, followed by the creak of it opening. William Hawthorne, a reclusive middle-aged man, answers.
Who are you?
Clara James, journalist. This is Detective Rivera. We need to ask you about the alley.
I don't know anything.
We know you do. We have the journal, the detective's notes. You were involved.
Fine. Come in.
You've been keeping records?
Ever since the first disappearance. I tried to stop it, but the shadow is real, and he's still out there.
Then help us. We need to know everything.
There's a ritual every year on the same date. It's not just about the alley. It's about power and sacrifice.
You're saying this is deliberate?
Very deliberate and very dangerous.
The revelation leaves Clara and Mark stunned as the true depth of the conspiracy begins to dawn on them.
Back at Clara's apartment, the atmosphere is tense. Clara and Mark are going through Hawthorne's documents.
As they pore over the documents, the scale of the conspiracy becomes clearer, but so does the danger.
This is insane. A ritual? Sacrifices? What are we dealing with here?
We're dealing with a cover-up. Someone powerful is behind this, and they'll do anything to keep it buried.
We need more evidence. Something concrete.
Agreed. Tomorrow, we go back to the alley. There's something there we're missing.
And this time, we'll be ready.
With danger lurking around every corner, they know the next step could be their last. But they're too deep to turn back now.